nebula dot delta, we get the result delta 2 minus nebula 2, and we have some basic results of factorization. A square minus b square, we can separate it as delta plus nebula into delta minus nebula, and here delta dot nebula dot delta, we seen in the previous question only. We have the ready-made result for nebula dot delta as delta minus nebula, so we will apply the same delta minus nebula, and it can be cancelled out, so you get the result as delta plus nebula. So here we have the proof of delta plus nebula equals to delta upon nebula minus nebula upon delta. Next question, we have to prove e raised to half plus e raised to minus half into 1 plus delta raised to half, to be proved as 2 plus delta. So here we will work on LHS first, that is e raised to half plus e raised to minus half into 1 plus delta raised to half. So let us try to prove this using some calculations. E raised to half plus e raised to minus half, 1 plus delta, we have the result with e, that is e only raised to half, and this e raised to half will be multiplied with both the parts. One will give you e plus another will give you e raised to minus half into e raised to half as 1, and again as a result we want the result in terms of delta. We will replace this value of e with the relation 1 plus delta, and another one is as it is. So finally you get the result as 2 plus delta. So this is how, with the use of different relationship, we can obtain the results. One more example to get this idea in a very simple form. Let's say fourth question is 1 plus mu square delta square, that is equals to 1 plus half of delta square the whole square. So this result can be proved using both the results one by one. Let us go with LHS first. We will prove it halfly for LHS and rest of the part for the RHS. So we start with 1 plus mu square delta square, and this is proved with the help of the relation between mu and e, delta and e. So the averaging operator is written as half of e raised to half plus e raised to minus half whole square into the central operator e raised to half minus e raised to minus half square. To simplify it, we will write e raised to half plus e raised to minus half, e raised to half minus e raised to minus half. We will be getting e minus e raised to minus 1 upon 2 the whole square. So we will try to simplify this part as 4 as an LCM plus e square minus 2e dot e minus 1 plus e raised to minus 2 divided by 2. So you get the result as e plus e raised to minus 1 by 2 the whole square. Keeping this result in mind, we will try to prove the RHS as this result number 1. So we begin our work with RHS now. Equals to 1 plus half of delta 2 raised to 2. Again we will use the internal calculation for half. Delta 2 as e raised to half minus e raised to minus half upon 2, only half raised to 2. So as a result you get 1 plus 1 upon 2 into e minus 2 plus e raised to minus 1 raised to 2. If you take 2 as an LCM, we got the result as 2 plus e raised to minus 1 minus 2, and finally you get the result as e plus e raised to minus 1 divided by 2 raised to 2. So from 1 and 2 we can conclude the result as 1 plus mu 2 delta 2 equals to 1 plus half of delta 2 whole square. So this is how the values are useful to obtain the other things. Finite differences are having another applications also, and these applications are known as Newton's methods, in which we have Newton's forward method, Newton's backward method for the interpolation, where interpolation is nothing but if you wish to find out the values of the y value for the given values of x, if the values are lying within the interval for which we want to find out the value of y, will be termed as interpolation. And if you want to estimate the future values for the given values, the value of y to be found, this process will be known as extrapolation. The concept of finite differences are also useful to get the missing values for the given equal intervaled sequence. So means in practical situations, if you lost any data in between any years, then with the help of the given available data, we can have the approximate estimations for the lost information. So for that we will discuss one more question, in which with the help of concept of finite differences we obtain the missing data. For that, let us take a look one more example. If we have the ready-made table values for a company, if we have the data of years and the year Y cells, if we started some business, let us say in 2011, we have the data up to 2015. The cells which are given in lakhs or thousands, like say 12 dash 14 dash say 18. Let's try to look at the glimpses how these missing operations or missing values can be found using the concept of finite differences. So according to the law of binomial expansion method and according to the law of interpolation, to find out the missing values, we will apply the highest order differences applied on the initial value as 0. So which should be considered as an highest order operator that can be obtained using the help of the given values. You can observe here all the values which are given at the equal distance form. So here we can consider these values: x0 as 2011, x1 as 2012, x2 as 2013, x3 as 2014, and x4 as 2015. Related to that, the given values of y0, which is 12, y1, which is not given to us, so let us put up question mark here for a while. Then y2 we have 14, y3 again a missing value, we can put up a question mark, and let's say y4 as 18. Right now this is the example to get the two missing values form. We can also have multiple missing values format, single missing values format as well. So to get the answer of two missing values, here we have to ignore one of the value from y0 to y4 in such a manner that you should not lose the concept that the values of x are at the equal distance. So we have two options to ignore. One, that is you can ignore the first value or either you can ignore the last value. So let us try to ignore this y4 first, and then for the remaining value we have highest difference as delta 3, ignoring y4 equals to 18 for a while. We have highest order difference in that case, delta 3 y0 as 0, and here delta will be replaced by 1 plus e raised to 3 applied on y0 equals to 0, and now the delta will be replaced by e minus 1 raised to 3 y0 equals to 0, and according to the law of binomial expansion, this e minus 1 will be simplified as e cube minus, see 3 is there, so according to the binomial coefficients of 3 we have 1 3 3 1 form, an alternative sign format, 3e raised to 2 plus 3e minus 1 which is applied on y0 will be taken as 0. So putting up the same values of, we apply difference value operator e cube on y0, that you will get getting y3 minus 3y2 plus 3y1 minus y0 equals to 0, and let us try to put up the given values which are available in the equations. y3 which is to be obtained, so we will keep it as it is, minus 3 into y2, that is 3 into 14, plus 3y1 which is supposed to be found, minus y0 which is available as 12. Try to simplifying this equation, you will be getting y3 plus 3y1 minus 54 equals to 0. We will keep this as number 1 for our reference. Now next equation we can obtain, or we can have the another relationship between y3 and y1. Now without ignoring, we will apply delta 4 y0 as 0. We can have another pair of equation like this, that is e minus 1 raised to 4 y0 equals to 0. So again the binomial coefficient for y, that is 1 4 6 4 1, and the alternative sign formation you will be getting e raised to 4 4e cube plus 6e raised to 2 minus 4e plus 1 of y0 equals to 0. So you will be getting as y4 minus 4y3 plus 6y2 minus 4y1 plus y0 equals to 0. Simplifying the things in the same manner, we will be getting y4, the available value is 18, minus 4y3 which is supposed to be found y3 as it is, plus 6y2 that is 14, minus 4y1 which is to be found, plus y0 that is 12 equals to 0. So your answer will be obtained as minus 4y3 minus 4y1 plus 18 plus 84 plus 12 equals to 0. If you take now minus 4y3 minus 4y1 114 equals to 0. So you will be having two equations ready with you. One is y3 plus 3y1 minus 54 equals to 0. Another is 4y3 minus 4y1 plus 114 equals to 0. And now you can use the concept of simple elimination method to solve the values of y3 and y1. So in this session we have seen the various concepts of finite differences, difference operators and their applications. It is also having a very vital role in the industrial area, in the fields of commerce, in the fields of industries also. So these are some books and references. If you wish to refer it, I have displayed on the right. One is the numerical methods by Dr. V.N. Vedamurthy. Another few books are also there. Fine. Thank you very much.
Sandhan, All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.